Monaco, and a very wet looking Monaco here. Oh, which is going to be a bit of a struggle for this one-shot qualifying session to determine the first sprint race grid, and the top 10 will be, was it inverted? Pretty sure that's what it is. So the top 10, whoever comes first will start 10th, and whoever starts 10th will start first. Which is great. So all the drivers just getting their setups on now. So obviously it's very tricky, wet Monaco, and also in an F2 car. But usually they'll be using the super soft compound of tyre around Monaco, and the only track to use the super soft compound, I'm pretty sure, in F2. Here they are starting, we'll go to whoever's at the top coming into the first corner, Sandavot, here. I'm trying to spectate the person in first. We'll just spectate Brent here, going into Beau Rivage, and then Mazanet. And then the casino corner here. Not what, now. Did that very well. Then coming on to the La Source hairpin here. Down to probably, I don't know, 20 miles an hour. It's very slow Monaco. And then coming down to 48 here, this turn there. Oh, sliding all over the place. I'm surprised they can even grip here. Obviously the tunnel, nice and dry. Sorry, see first. This is Skipsy. Going to the Nouvelle chicane. Make sure you don't whack the back end. Oh, it's going to be an invalidation, I think. Unfortunately, that's Skipsy. Braking really, really early there. Trying to spectate who's in fifth. Xavier coming into back. The first bit of the swim pool chicane. The second part of the swim pool chicane here. Oh, losing the back end there. A little bit. Almost touching the wall. Then here coming to Raskas. Ooh, very close to the wall. Then we can do I forget the corner name actually. And to finish the, oh wow, Tony was very fast there. I think a few people were disqualified unfortunately for the track limits infringement, so I assume, which is all at what was it? All at the Nouvelle chicane, I would assume. So only 4 drivers setting a time. Obviously 4 points going to whoever finishes P1. But 7 tenths in the wet Monaco. It's quite a distance. Very difficult though. Obviously Monaco in F2 cars very difficult, and Monaco wet in the F2 cars would be even harder. So that's going to start the first sprint race grid. So with everyone being disqualified, I think it was just quite lucky whoever's 10th place will start on pole. And that is a very dry looking Monaco for this sprint race. Unfortunately I can't look at the grid, it's just the pit lane here. But we will be looking at them on the formation lap, so I will get to have a quick rundown of the grid. Here we go, so Skipsy starting on pole, then DTR Brent starting second behind them, and Xavier P3, Wesley P4, Stuart here P5, Tickard here P6, Billy, or this Billy, I think I'll just call him Billy, Billy P7, Ends, DTR Ends, 8th, Boss, 9th, the pole, well, not poles there, but came first in one-shot qualifying, got the 4 points, Tony here, in 10th, and then, the Smetanka, that's what I'm going to say, Smetanka, can't pronounce his name, P11, and then P12, Bren, just P12, back to the grid unfortunately, knocking his win there going into Portier, the second part of Portier. As he just comes down the tunnel, get the track map up. She gets kept to the leader, no, do intervals. Might as well look at position change off the start. Oh, I actually went full track map, preferably. Obviously, it's going to be, I think. Oh, Benny Bruno's just joined. I don't know if he's going to get a car. I think he's going to have to spectate until the next race, even if he gets her. I don't know what will go on there. Hopefully, he hasn't glitched out the cars in any way. Okay, let's go back to the front as we all start. Maybe look at P2 actually, because that's a better camera angle. Here we go. Starting the Monaco Grand Prix. 3, 4, 5 red lights, and away we go for this F2 race in Monaco. Brent getting a good start here. Skipsy seems to be a bit under pressure around the outside. Unfortunately cuts the first corner. Side by side into Sandoval. Yeah, then we're certified into Massenet. Everyone keeping it nice and tidy, luckily. Skipsy still sitting first, and Brent second. Xavier only positions ticking, making it one place on Stewart. Unfortunately, Boss has dropped all the way to the back. No down the inside on any chicane. I mean the hairpin. Already a 3-second time penalty for Stewart here. Sliding around that corner almost. I think that was ends. Obviously, these F2 cars very slippery, depending on what setup you got. We go the new chicane. Coming to back now. Skipsy's still leading, 8/10. No one's really. I would love to see some overtaking. Hopefully, we'll hopefully get that later in the race. Bit of a gap form from Stewart to Tickard here. Nothing coming into Raskas. Oh, someone's hit the wall. Heard it. Skipsy coming across to finish the first lap. We're 125. I'm assuming that 121 maybe will be the fastest lap in this race. I think I'll change it into TV pod now. As Brent is behind him and Xavier third. Close gaps. It's Billy on Stewart. Obviously coming into the La Source hairpin. Probably maybe one of the only overtaking opportunities. Sorry. Coming to Portier. Obviously these F2 cars are much obviously smaller than the F1 cars, so hopefully it'll be a little bit close to overtaking, and hopefully I should be able to get everyone overtaken because it's such a small track like Monaco. Brent already with a Brent with a 3-second time penalty, and also Ticker with a 3-second time penalty as well. I think that Nouvelle chicane is very tricky with these F2 cars and all the braking. Oh, there's already been a yellow flag for I don't know. Obviously Boss, I think he's tried to make a pit stop, or unfortunately he's got maybe spun round, unfortunately. Wesley very close. Come into Beauravage, onto Mazenet. Very, very close. Also Bren's very close on Smetanka here. Let's go back to here. Oh. Hopefully as the race develops, we'll see. Oh, actually wait, no, we've already seen a gap start to form actually. It's 3 seconds between Tickard and Stewart here. Into the new chicane here. Perfectly taken by Wesley. Getting very close to Xavier. Do the classic commentator thing. It's one thing to capture It's another thing fast as Xavier goes into the wall, and Wesley will get that place, and so will Ticket. Unfortunately, that was going to go into the pits, I think, for Xavier, which unfortunately around Monaco is going to cost him heavily. This side, no. Oh, it was unfortunately he's lost it going into the second part of the swim pool chicane. Very unfortunate for Brent there. Was it Brent? Yeah, it was Brent. Oh no, it was Xavier that spun, right? Yes, Xavier spun. So Brent's just pitted for what must have been just must have damaged his wing on the wall or something. Very close there. From Tony on Smetanka. Ooh, very wide round the Portier for Smetanka there. And a few second gaps here forming from. Oh, that's definitely a corner gap. Smetanka. Unfortunately, oh, could this be into Tabak? Maybe, maybe? He is going to try it. Oh. Unfortunately there, I think Smetanka's taking the brunt of that force and that collision there. Which is unfortunate. It was a good opportunity. Maybe it was just a bit too much for Tony. Maybe it's just a bit of an opportunist move. Smetanka has a 5-second auto for speeding into pit lane, so this is going to be very chocked full of penalties. It will be. Obviously, maybe people cutting a Sandavot and also the Nouveau chicane. Here's this gap for fight for P7 here between Billy and oh no, there's 3 cars in it. Enza, Billy, and Stewart. So it's battle for P6 actually. Sorry. And Xavier with the 2-second time, but should we have a look at the penalties? Already. So it's Smetanka with the 11-second time penalty. Then Brent with 2 unfortunate track limit violation penalties, which is 6 seconds, and then the rest only on 3 seconds. That's Ticket, Xavier, Stewart, Enza, and Tony. I assume a lot more will be coming through, but for now we'll keep on position change. This is very close here. Maybe in the DRS zone. Tony and another 6 seconds for Tony now. All very close into Raskas. Oh, a bit unfortunate. A bit too quick on the throttle there for Enza. I don't think the DRS does too much around Monaco, unfortunately. Unless you're really close, loses the back end. Unfortunately, there's a 3-second for Billy now. So P4 to P11 all half-time penalties now. Wesley, Brent, and Skipsy just leading in the top 3 right now. Enza very close. Maybe into Malabo? No. Maybe into La Source? Nope. It's a bit too far. So now, have a look at. I know, I think this is the most exciting thing on the track. Obviously, not challenged through the first corner, which is probably the only place that Skipsy would probably be overtaken is Sandavot. And Brent with a time penalty there, that's unfortunate for him. Actually, I say 3-second time penalty. Isn't it for Brent? Yes. Did say. Obviously a bit unfortunate for everyone getting time penalties. I think they would just make the people at the... Well no, everyone that's really close together has time penalties. Maybe just Wesley right now looks happy with all the time penalties around him. Because if he can keep it penalty free, that's an easy P2. As he's closed the gap to Brent really. Now, also closing the gap is Billy on Stewart. Into hairpin here. Put the telemetry data up. See what speed they go through the hairpin. Oh, we'll check next time. Oh no, just talking about commentator's curse there. Wesley with a 3-second time penalty after cutting the Nouvelle chicane. Very unfortunate. So now everyone apart from Boss and Skipsy have time penalties now. So it's a delight for Skipsy if he can not get one, but now it's saying that he might. So that puts him clear by around 7.5 seconds now. Yep, so the best battle we've seen is for P6. What's that? Oh, diving into the pits is who? Xavier pitting for a wing change? No, just tyres. Maybe, I would not know the whole strategy on this, but I would assume maybe he's can't be a strategy, right? It's a sprint race. Don't know, we'll have to see what decision that is. I thought we could just go all the way to the end on the 15, I mean on the softs. So that leaves only one 2-car battle for P6 now, with Billy and Fox as Xavier pits for new soft tyres. And very close is Wesley on Brent. And also there's quite a small gap starting to form from actually really nice. So it's from Stuart, Billy, Enza, Tony, and yeah, that's it. So there's 4 cars there, all within a second of each other. Well, almost a second of each other. But Tony seems to be catching on ends here. Obviously winning in the wet in that one-shot qualifying, he'll be hopefully wanting to make up a few more positions. Oh, very close, Wesley. Into Marlborough. No, all very close on the braking. I think the acceleration of these F2 cars, I think it will be impossible under the downforce to make a move into the hairpin, just because you can't get enough speed to go side by side or even get within like 2/10 or 3/10 from that. See the acceleration from Brent there, just steams off. They're very close. Wesley definitely wanting this position. Unfortunately, that one DRS straight here probably is not enough. Talking about, oh, this is not enough. Oh, hitting the wall there. Unfortunately, enter. That's a yellow flag for, I think that's damage on his car, right? Should have looked. No, okay, what am I doing? Can't really see anything due to the exhaust fumes, but it's fine. If you look at penalties again. So all the 3 seconds except from Tony, Brent, and yes, pitting is Stewart. So it must be a strategy to pit in this Monaco sprint race, maybe. So I don't know. Oh no, it was a front wing ass, but it was. That was the yellow flag. Sorry, my mistake. That's Stewart pitting. Oh my god, have I missed it? Oh my god. No. Thought I missed a overtake around Monaco, and then I was like, no way. Oh, is that damage? For Xavier here? I'd like to look. I think tick with a 3-second time penalty again. Oh, yeah, it's a 16-second gap to Billy behind, so I think he'll be fine. And that is damage on the left end plate of Xavier's car, which is unfortunate because he has just pitted. Look, as you can see, on his left, now our left, now our right, his end plate is gone, unfortunately. Stewart with another 3-second time penalty here. Wesley definitely wanted to get this move done on Brent here, very eager, coming up to Mazanet. These two are the closest on track right now, only separated by 3/10 here. I think the car behind is a... No, and that is Ticket. Sorry, I thought there was a lapped car. Sorry to disrespect Ticket like that. And a faster lap from Xavier, even with that damaged wing. So there's a three-way battle for P2 here, as Ticket is trying to join Wesley. As through the Nouveau chicane they go. And the battle unfortunately, between Stewart, Billy and Enza has quite petered out a bit here. It was all a second, no DRS on that short straight, but it's still... Or into Raskas. This is such a good camera angle, to be fair, from above like that. Onto the main straight, or the DRS straight, don't know if we call it the main straight. Closing into Sandoval. Oh, he's very close on the back. Could he make a move here? To Mazinet? Don't know, Mazinet's quite a tough corner. Maybe the casino? That's also an opportunist move, the casino. I think. Here, Malabo. Down the inside, maybe? No, I think under braking. Also downhill there. Maybe, oh, the Ticket also wants some of it now behind. Oh, very close. These cars separated by literally nothing going into that chicane. And there's been a spin there for Xavier, unfortunately, there. So unfortunate. Letting all the cars pass before he spins round. Very nice. Wesley on the back of Enza, now separated by 5/10. Ticket dropped back a bit in that sector. So he's just out of the last corner, unfortunately. Xavier's just spun with that wing damage, not pitting again. Would be no point, and also would give position to Boss. 2/10 between. Look at this battle here. Only 2 laps left now. That's flown by in Monaco. But also there's a gap that has shrunk, is Enza. Enza on the back of Billy here. In this, coming on to the penultimate lap, isn't it? Or maybe not, I'm lying. Oh, so close is Wesley on. He's got to make a move, he's got to take a lunge somewhere to get this position. There it is, no! Any overtake around Monaco will be surprising here. Nothing into the hairpin, literally separated by maybe a few inches there in that corner. Ticket seems to have dropped back now. 2 seconds I've been seeing him come round the port now. Also Enza closing to Billy here. Just as Wesley's closing and has been closing on Brent, wanting to make this move. A little bit of understeer out of that corner for Wesley. Really trying to get this move done. Spending all this time in the dirt, yeah. Oh, so close to clipping the corner through to back. Killer joining, hopefully it doesn't mess up the lobby. Oh, Enz now, I think he's made a mistake there. He's dropped 2 seconds back behind. He ends with a 3-second time penalty, so that will put his ambitions of getting Billy at rest. And now on the penultimate lap of this race here, closest battle we've had. Wesley on Brent. He's got to take a move somewhere. So close coming to Beaurivage, so close. Round the outside. Oh no. Through the casino corner. Talking about close, Tony's very close on Ends after his mistake, unfortunately, with no front wing Ends and no front wing Tony. They're fighting for this position with no wing round Monaco. Not something you see every day here in the F2 League. Surely this is going to Stewart catch up quite fast. Down the inside with no wing here, these two. Oh, cliffing Malibu the wall, unfortunately. Oh my god, how am I missing overtakes? Nope, that was in the pits. No, it wasn't, that was on the straight. Oh my god, I've missed an overtake round Monaco. That was Svananka on Brent. Oh, but I'm trying to watch everyone. Let's come out to the final corner. Brent on Svananka. Here, down the inside maybe. Why is he getting 10th in the last lap? Brent's just a bit far back, but Tony is close on the back of no, it ends here, but so is Wesley on the back of Brent here. I'm getting all the names mixed up. Wesley's got to make a move here. Very close to the wall. I don't think he can. He's not close enough. Or is maybe Raskas? That's the closest opportunity maybe he can get. They're still fighting between Tony and Enza and Brent and Spatanka here. I mean Bren, not Brent. Sorry. Bren with the 3-second time penalties. That's. Oh wait, no, he will get the place that's Spatanka because of the time penalties. Tony's dropped back from Enza now. Now on this final lap, Wesley on Brent. Can it happen? Coming to the twin push chicane here at Raskas. Can he make the move? Nope. I don't know. Trying to get the switch back to set him up perfectly for this final corner. How close are they going to be? I don't know. No, unfortunately it's not going to happen. For Wesley crossing the line very close between those two. Also, Brent's still got a whole lap to go between Brent and Spatanka here. Oh, the front way in front. Both end plates now off for Spatanka in front. The time penalties will give it to Brent, but still interesting to watch. Two tenths separating Brent and Wesley there. 3-second time penalty for Stewart there, which brings us to 12 seconds, but I don't think that's going to have any issue because the gap behind is quite large. So unfortunately I don't think I got to witness an actual overtake. I was quite watching everyone else's. I missed the one between Brent and Smetanka on the main straight. And they're closing out the race. Wait, nope, Xavier's just coming across the line now. Closing out the race with your race winner for every single lap of that first sprint race, Skipsy, and second place, second place Brent, and third place Wesley, and driver of the day going to Tony for making up for the most positions there. Still got another 2 races to go. The second sprint race and the feature race, where you're required to make a pit stop in the feature race. We should be able to, here we are, the podiums. Skipsy winning his first FT race now here. Very good performance from him at Bahrain, and also during the pre-season he did show speed in these cars. And Brent and Wesley both fighting behind very intently. Unfortunately Wesley could not make that move on Brent, but obviously is Monaco, he's going to have a now Brent's going to have the task of trying to catch Wesley with the inverted grid, I think, of the top 10. That was great to watch. And at least a slightly darker lit Monaco here. And we also have 2 new additions of Benny Buno and Killer here, so I think they'll be at the back of the grid in their normal cars, hopefully. As on pole, I think will be perhaps Xavier or someone like that, someone 10th. No, it was Brent then Xavier. No, Bren then Xavier. Always get them too confused. Yeah, so Benny Bruno and Prince no, Prince Killer. I'll just call him Killer, as I was doing. So these two, they're at the back, joining the race. So obviously, 10th last race was Brent, 9th Xavier, 3rd, which would have been 8th, Stuart the Fox, and a bit of contact there between, is that in the wall? No, not tripping, round the outside on the Nouveau, you don't see that every day. On the chicane, no, oh my god, what am I? In the sauce there, bit. Also another disqualification between Tony and Enza and Boss and Benny Buno. They'll be starting at they're already at the grid. So I might as well run down the grid. So at the moment on pole is Brent and second Xavier. Stuart P3, Tony P4, Enza P5, Billy P6, Tickard P7, Wesley P8, Brent P9, and Skipsy P10, winning last race. Smetanka P11, Boss P12, Benny Buno P13, and Killer P14. As they all come round, Raskas here, trying to warm these tyres up before it gets to the start of the grid. So I think the best looking is to watch the second place. Will give us the best battle between the front two. But really we probably should be back here watching Wesley's start between Tickard and Brent here and Skipsy. Unfortunately it's not one to watch them all, so I will go to the front. So that's 5 red lights in the second F2 sprint race at Monaco, and away we go. That was a good start for Xavier here in P3. Everyone side by side. A few side by side actually now going into Beau Rivage here. Never does seem to have sorted itself out here. Actually no, side by side is DTR Brent, DTR Wesley. No, DTR Enza. Looking like he's going to make a move, I think, Billy there. Into this La Source hairpin here. Oh. Oh, around the outside. Okay, a bit of, oh no, I wanted to watch that. Now coming to the Portier. I'm trying to watch these two. Skips and Boss here. I think Boss does come out on top there on Skipsy, trying to make the move around the outside of the La Source hairpin. It has worked out for him. What a move. Unfortunately I did miss it because I wasn't actually spectating the right person. But what an overtake. And, oh my god. Side by side into the simple chicane here in Raskas. 3. Oh, we're trying to watch the cars in front, but I'm actually pitting is Skipsy, with damage there unfortunately, pretty sure with the wall, of course with contact with Boss or the wall. I think I'm going to put it into TV pod now. Oh, very close on Billy here. Much closer than they all were before. Here Xavier. Bren still leading the race. Should look at position changes because I kind of need to know that. There's actually been a lot of position changes. Much more than the last sprint race. With Killer making up 4 places this race. Enza losing 8, unfortunately with a pit stop probably. And Boss for the first time penalty. Of only Brent hitting the wall there, unfortunately. Now he has no right side plate. The end plate I mean. Most likely will pit, does not pit. holding Stewart up now. There's a bunch of the grid together. Trying to look for overtakes on this main straight. Two on Billy, no. Tony and Xavier into Beaurivage. No. Brent is going to back this grid up quite a bit. Xavier defending from Tony here. Can't make it down the inside. No one going down the inside. Actually, as I say that, Brent hits the front of a car. I don't know who. Side by side with Tanker now, trying to be opportunist, and he does. Round the Portier. I'm supposed to watch this in broadcast. There's got to be an overtake here. Brent has surely got to get overtaken soon. Otherwise he's going to try hold this position. I mean, if he does, he's going to keep the grid quite closely compact. Oh, missed another overtake. Oh no, he's in pits. No, he isn't. Tony all over the back of no, Billy on all the just like it cut off. No, we don't want this camera angle. Just give us a better one. I'm trying to watch. Down the inside goes ticket on Xavier. Oh my god, this is. Oh, why didn't it do the really wide camera angle that it did? Oh, that would be so good. Oh, I'm somehow missing all the overtakes from Monaco. But Bren here just holding everyone up, but having a stellar defense. Stewart with a 3-second time penalty there, which is unfortunate. Mostly close on Tanker here. We'll love to see an overtake into, and having a spin there is Billy. No safety car is going to be brought out due to no DNF on track. Virtual safety car there? No, no safety car. And now the little too fast enough for always Stewart there. Tony very close behind him. Oh, all over the place. Stewart trying to deceive Brent here. Doesn't go down the inside. The other source surfing, but Enzo has overtaken Billy, who's in the pits. It's a very close battle between Tony and Stewart. I say close, everyone's close at the moment. Waste on Tanker. Does he go down the inside on the... He's doing it! And Nuvash became my favourite overtaking spot. Even though Tanker does get a 3-second time penalty there. Now Bren onto the Tanker. Managing to keep this play. Ooh, almost from contacting Raskas. Billy getting a 3-second time penalty, unfortunately, there. As with this damage that Bren has had, has held up the grid and made it a very lively race from Monaco, which is actually quite interesting. Which is a great thing. I'm quite glad he's done it. The top 4 separated by almost less than a second here, as now Stewart is going to get side by side with Brent here, and he makes the move round Malabo there, as Wesley makes the move on Xavier in the hairpin with no minimal contact, and round Laporte giving the unfortunately to give that place back to Xavier. Only getting close to Bren here. Bren with a 3-second time penalty now. Oh, Prince must have damage. I mean, not even Prince. Killer. That's very close ticket on the back of Tony now. And Tony on the back of Bren. Oh, the Michael Schumacher-esque move into the last corner. Oh, down the into Sandoval, no contact. And Tickard managed to get through into Beaurevard side by side here. There's so many cars so close together. Wesley making the move on Xavier into the casino around the outside. Bren now dropping back places, unfortunately. Smetanka making the move on Xavier. And so is Brent. Brent is really trying also to... It's excellent driving, giving each other a ton of space from Monaco. Come Wesley. Oh, he's going to do it again. He's going to go down the inside, isn't he? He can't. That's going to be a 3-second time penalty, unfortunately, there. Obviously, he tried. Brent giving the position, knowing his wing damage, managed to hold everyone up for a decent while, giving everyone a good show. As Brent goes into the wall, and no, hasn't DNF'd there. Just leaving his wing in the wall there. No, that's not Brent, that is Smetanka, unfortunately, while trying to fight Brent, I think. And Wesley did get in front of Brent. And Xavier now trying to get in front of Brent. It's Billy gets a 3-second time penalty. Boss, or everyone trying to get in front of Brent, really. Into the casino corner. That's in the pit lane. On the outside on the hairpin, will he give it space? No. Xavier's just too fast. Benny Buno taking the place off, coming out with the pit lane, Smetanka. Now, Boss is just following this group here, trying to get places. Skips you with a 3-second time penalty. This is very unfortunate for all these time penalties. Oh, Xavier spins, no! Just pushing too hard to get in front of Bren here. So it looks like if you have damage around Monaco, just stay out. Is what Bren tells you to do. Seems to be working out for him. Almost into the wall. Brent around the outside of Bren. These two I always get mixed up. Into the source hairpin. No one on no one. No. Brent gets a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting the source hairpin. So much time has been gained there with that 3-second time penalty. Might be able to get it off. Brent trying to get the switch back there. Or just trying to get more time out of it. Smetanka on Benny Buno here now. Not giving enough love to the back of the grid here. And the super softs is Smetanka, so we haven't seen that. Down the inside into Marley, but just a bit of shoulder barging. And Smetanka's passed. Benny Bruno for P12. Jumping the curb is Boss. Now trying to get the switch back into the final corner. And he's got to make the move into Sandoval here now with DRS. Can he make it happen? No, unfortunately. Cut to the corner, I think, there. And dives into the pits, just skips the, unfortunately. I think that's, yep, wing damage. Tick and make a move on Tony here. But Tony's still side by side into the hairpin. Oh. Somehow they haven't unclouded in that hairpin. And now it is a battle for P. Oh. Yeah, it's pit. As Bren trying to stay ahead of Brent, even with almost no left front wing. As Brent maybe down the inside, Benny Bruno and Billy fighting. Down the inside does go. No, there's been a yellow flag, sector 1, take a 3-second time penalty after he's got in front of Tony now. Now he's trying to make the move into Raskas. Can he do it? Oh, even touching the back of Stewart here. One in this first place, as Boss is now close on the back of Brent and Bren. As Tickett manages to get in front of Tony and Sugar Fox, and they're both spun into he blocked the entire track and he hits Wesley. Wow, that is unfortunate there. I don't know really what could have been done to avoid that accident there. As cars are dodging Stewart here. Down the inside on the casino corner goes Bren. Bren past, no, goes into the wall. Can Xavier go down the inside of the Marleyburg corner? He doesn't. Bren and Boss are now fighting into the source happen. That's very unfortunate with the contact between it was Stewart and Tony. Through Beau Rivage, it did look a bit less and less retirement there for Killer. Unfortunately, Xavier down the inside on Stuart Fox into the Nouveau chicane, contact, and that is how you don't get a time penalty for trying to overtake around the Nouveau chicane. As finally Boss gets around Brent into the back, going to the first part. Oh, that's going to hit the wall. Very unfortunate. Can barely do some of the chicanes now, but I don't think he's got a lot of front wing now. Does Brent. Into Raskas, finally a move into Raskas. Stewarty, nope, just Stewart, don't know what I'm doing. And now Brent coming back in with it, nope, doesn't have DRS actually. But will he have heroic dive into Sandoval? Maybe. The overtaking move is still on here. I'm watching the battle between, and he goes on the inside round Mazanet into the casino corner. There's been two, and there goes his wing. But that was a dive and a half for Brent with no wing. Oh, and there's a lot of contact now between Xavier and Bren. Bren barely even to get traction in some of these corners with no downforce. I would like to see his front wing, which is non-existent. Wesley trying to catch up to Tony here. And there's been a yellow flag, sector 1, which is Prince's DNF'd. He's DNF'd. I really want to see that. But Xavier's now trying to make the move on Stuart Fox, and so is Wesley on. He does into Sandoval. Bit of contact. Doesn't hit the wall there. He has no wing. That is Tony has no wing. Through Beau Rivage, this is where contact happened last time. Tony with no wing. And Wesley does get past. But Tony probably, even with no front wing, he's not going to like that move. And now, unfortunately, into Beau Rivage, as Xavier hits the back. I think Billy did DNF here into, was it Mazanet? But unfortunately there was no safety car, so I don't know where he crashed for there not to be a safety car. But fair play. And now very close on the back is Xavier on Stewart. Surprisingly, this has been an action-filled Monaco Grand Prix here in the second sprint race, thanks to Bren. As not getting away with blue flags just yet. And Stuart Fox is overdone now and gets a 3-second time penalty. And I probably should look at the time penalties here, which are... I would love to try to figure out all that out, but I don't have. I do have the time. Just I think I'll just let it when the finishes. When the race finishes, into Raskas goes Xavier, or late braking. Unfortunately, goes a bit too far. No, we'll have DRS on Stuart here. Into Beau Rivage. Side by side. Well, I say side by side. And as Xavier broke a bit of his front wing, I think I saw there. Which is unfortunate on the back of Stuart. He's really pushing to get past. All over the back. Yellow flags in sector 1 as Killer's AI is driving for him now. But that is getting shown blue flags. As Bren lets Skip 2 by, knowing he has no front wing and there's no point fighting that. As it comes to almost a complete stop in the hairpin due to Killer's bot level probably. But Xavier has not come to a complete stop when he's trying to chase down Stuart here into the Nouvelle chicane. Oh, he's parking on his apexes, is Stuart here. Not letting him pass, and this is the only opportunity he's going to get now, probably into Raskas. Really slow here. He can't go side by side into the second part of the swim pool chicane, but he can go side by side into the Raskas here, side by side, and he's hit him into the wall. I think, yeah, that is Stuart's fault there. Unfortunately, he didn't brake early enough, and he is going to give the face back. That is good racing there over the line. Obviously, time penalties won't matter, but that's good racing. And that's what we like to see. Obviously, time penalties will have to. Oh no, was that the final lap? I thought it was 15 out of 15. No, but there's been Brent's DNF'd, unfortunately, and Killer's bot is just stationary behind him. Unfortunately, Benny Bruno coming to turn 1 now, having to get rid of that mess. Unfortunately, there caused by Killer's bot. And the closest is now Enza on Stuart the Fox. Here we go. As finishing the race is your winner, Ticked. And 12 seconds behind him is Wesley, who will come home to finish P2, and Tony finishing P3. Starts the podium with no time penalties, so we do know that. But now the rest of the good will have to be sorted out with these time penalties. Xavier with a 3-second time penalty on the last lap. Can Enza make up this 7th place on Stuart the Fox? Into Raskas, so close. Final corner. I don't know, he keeps so much traction. That is the best last corner I have seen from him. Coming across the line within maybe within a temp or two. That was a great last corner. Did not spin it all, kept all the traction down, did Enza there. And now we're just waiting for Tankard to cross the line, and Benny Bruno here to cross the line. And obviously we will have to wait here for Killer's bot here, AI, to cross the line. It was a very action-filled Monaco Grand Prix, which is surprising. Usually it's only a few overtakes, but that was great. So your winner, which is who is it? Ticked. Yes, Ticked P1. After making a double overtake, I think I somehow didn't see, to get P1 there in front of if I can actually think, Wesley and Tony. Or was it Tony and? I think Tony's definitely there. So I know. So the winners Tickard, then Wesley and Tony. So I was right. Yeah. Tickard, Wesley, Tony. It's top 3. And there is the standards there for the second sprint race. Fastest lap going to Xavier after all that, maybe because he did the lap without any warnings. And the final race of the evening at a wet Monaco. How lovely. For the final feature race, there will not be a pit stop if it keeps raining like this. Depending on, I'd like to see the weather, but don't think I can. So we don't know. It could clear up halfway through this race. So yeah, but I don't think it will. With the race only being 50%, it could actually clear up. It just depends when of this 20 lap race, 20 lap feature race. It usually does require a pit stop, but this time, due to it be raining, it doesn't. So we'll get a formation lap here, and starting on pole will be Tony, then Boss, then Enzo, then Billy, then Tickard, then Stuart, then Wesley, then Xavier, then Brent, then Skipsy, then Svatanka, then Bren, and Benny Buno, and finally the AI of Killer. I think it's the AI of Killer. Anyway, let's have a look. I think it is quite slow. Yeah. Oh, we got a Bren there. A bit too happy on the throttle there. As it is a wet Monaco, 21 laps of it. Which now, this is, I don't think we'll see much overtaking except from the start here. As they go into the La Source hairpin on the formation lap here. Not much things to warm, maybe the tyres and the brakes here. And just getting used to these wet Monaco conditions. They did do a wet one-shot qualifying in Monaco, where Tony, who's on pole now, came out to finish first and getting 4 points. And he's on pole now. Yes, so we can see the tyre temperatures there. The rears were like 100 degrees and the fronts are like completely different. 60 degrees front left and the back's like 71. Oh, DualShock battery level low. I think it should last this race. And if I stop talking, that's why. I don't think many people care, but yes. So now they line up on the grid here for this Season 1, Division 1, Race 2 at a rainy Monaco. As Prince's Bot there, lining up in P14 and Betty Buno, P13. Bren, P12. I don't think I'll be able to say what everyone's positions. I'd love to look, but I can't. So there we go, get a look at the front here. It's 5 lights at Monaco and they stay on for a long time and away they go. Boss looks to get a good start here. Actually wasn't too good yet. Not many side by side here. Now in a very wet Monaco. No, actually there's a very slow moving. Into the wall goes I think that's Enza, unfortunately. That must have been a side by side into Beau Rivage. There's still people coming through side by side. That's a big crash, that was. Very big crash. But no, if I was going to say no position changes, but there clearly is. So there was contact in through Beau Rivage and people going 3 wide almost into the chicane. Oh my god, not chicane. Hairpin. As there's a yellow flags waved in sector 2. As they all come through the tunnel now. Who's that? I want to watch that a bit closer. Oh, well, they won't end up not going side by side. And Xavier missing the braking zone there, getting a penalty. very wet Monaco. If anyone manages to overtake it, I'll be surprised. Here watching Smetanka on the back of Wesley. Enzo gets a 3-second time penalty. I think it's got to clear up, right? I don't think this rain will stay with us the entire race. Might clear up halfway through. And there is unfortunately, a slow moving Enza who will pit onto a new set of wet tyres and a new front wing. As I'm watching, I thought it was safety car for a second, but it's not. They're just going very slowly in the Monaco weather. Here has Smetanka goes wide and lets Bren through. Side by side is, oh my god, how am I missing this? Wesley dropped him back a few paces. I don't think he's got much of a front wing left. Assuming. No one was running in last. I think this is Prince's bot. No, it isn't. It is Killer. It's not a bot. Sorry about that, Killer. Side by sides ends on Stuart the Fox. He has to go wide, and we're watching Brent somehow Brent and Stuart the Fox gets a penalty there. Very unfortunate there. West gets a 3-second time penalty for cutting the new Bell chicane, as they're all quite close to each other. But I don't know who's making overtake. Billy gets a 3-second time penalty, as Tony's kind of gone in front. Stuart just taking a bit too much curb there in the last part of the chicane, and into Raskas goes Brent on the outside. I don't think he's going to like that corner too much though, as he's on the outside. Tony sets the fastest lap with a 1:37. As Stuart loses it, unfortunately goes into the wall. I thought he was going to take out Brent as well. Yellow flags as Enza again spins in, coming out of La Portier. And Boss close to missing this. As there's Wesley in a wall, unfortunately, having to use the escape road, I think. There. Oh! That's a DNF. It's gotta be, right? It's been tickered. No, he's just unfortunately slammed it into the wall and he holds up Benny Buno. That's so unfortunate. This is so unfortunate. That was so unfortunate. I think he's gone for the dive bomb as tickered, not realising how severe the conditions are here. Billy goes, oh my, Billy causes Brent to spin as he goes back onto the racing line, hitting Bren. There's they both spin out, destroying his front wing, reversing, trying to go Benny Buno DNFs on track, right next to Brent there. Bren Killer spun round, Bren spun round to the Nouveau chicane, having to let everyone by with no wing here, as there's still action going on here at Monaco. Oh, Stuart goes into first and there's a virtual safety car. Finally, some of these drivers get peace, and so do I, after trying to commentate everything that's just happened there. I think disqualified parking in a dangerous location is Killer. Unfortunately, that is Benny Buno with a DNF. So that is what we call a safety car. Everyone luckily diving into the pits under this virtual safety car. And whoever does not have damage, assuming Tony, no damage there for him. He's flying high with this virtual safety car. He doesn't even know what's gone on behind him. Everyone was spinning there. Brent with a drive-through penalty for speeding under VSC. There's Xavier's on the back of Billy here. Watching a broadcast now. As if Billy doesn't have any front wing, but I think he's going to do his best to try hold Xavier up here. Which I don't know how well he's going to do with no front wing, but maybe. I think he saw what Bren did and thought, I'm going to try to reenact that. Ticker goes into pit lane. Safety car didn't last long. Billy cut a bit of the Nouveau chicane there, stays in front, gives the place to Xavier into back. Skipsy close behind these two. So now Xavier with a cool task of trying to chase down Tony in these wet conditions of Monaco. And there's a yellow flag in sector 2, that's between Brent and Wesley, I'm pretty sure. So there's, no, it's Boss and Brent there, they do touch. Speeding through with no wing is Bren here. As Billy goes into pits, and I think Bren will also go into the pits, correct? Nope. Bren doing Bren things with no wing, decides to stay out. And the closest people on track is Bren, and going into the wall. And no more front wing to lose for him. So after the mayhem that was lap 4, and the virtual safety car later, well, one virtual safety car later, we're all spread out around Monaco. That was hectic, very hectic. There was just people spinning. I think what caused it was the side-by-side action between Billy and Xavier. No, I don't know if it was Xavier though. I think it was Bren. I think it was between Billy and Bren. And then they spin, then they hit Benny Buno, and it also hits Ticket, it also hits Killer. When no, Ticket goes into the wall first on the lap 4, that gets Benny Buno. Benny Buno hits back a Ticket, and then later on in the lap, spins a DNF, causing a virtual safety car, unfortunately for him. And not the best few races here. So we ride on board with Matanka here, as he does this new chicane quite nicely. I'll have a look at everyone here, so let's have a look at Enza. Unfortunately starting in P3, losing 9 positions, just as he loses a bit of wing there, going into from the tunnel. Bends the track to his own will in the Nouveau chicane there. People are switching places, but that's because Wesley dives into the pits on this Monaco Grand Prix. Where will he come out? And it's Billy and Wesley now. I think that'll be what we'll have to watch. As they come out of the pit lane right into the path of Ticket, who manages to overtake them. 3-way battle. Perhaps these are the closest guys on track. I'm lying. There is Bren doing his Bren things with no wing. Must be finding that absolutely dreadful right now. I think he's being the safety car of this race. I think there's going to be all the way down to Ticket if he keeps holding these guys up. But one who does not want to be held up is Matanka here on Stewart. As Stewart goes into the back of Bren there, but unfortunately we did see that just a bit late on the braking as Brent manages to avoid Bren, and he's back racing again. But Matanka is still not letting Stewart go. Into Raskas to go. Billy gets a 3-second time penalty. We're right on the gearbox of Stewart here. But he goes into the pits. Does he doesn't have damage. Does he have a drive through? New pits for the soft compound of tyres. That does look like a soft compound. The super soft is being used now. Told you it would stop halfway through the race, and everyone dives into the pits now, as the rain seems to be easing here on this 3rd feature race in Monaco. And Spatanka, the first one to pit, out of these people ahead, depending on how good the conditions are. Yes, the rain stopped. I think, no, it hasn't. Let's try to get a TV pod here. Yeah, the rain is still coming down, and Brent's gone with the softs. Wesley's still on the wets. here. I think Brent's going to dispatch of Wesley quite quickly if he can. Wesley's spinning, giving the place to thingy. But one surprise I was a bit, as Brent is drifting towards the hairpin on his wet tyres and no wing. I think he's finally going to have to pit now. Billy on wet tyres, Boss on super soft, as Boss does cut the Nouveau chicane, and so does Billy. Now they're side by side again into the back. Billy giving the place back. But what I am surprised by is that Boss has gone for a 2-stop apparently, because the super softs is Bren on Wesley on Brent here, and his ticket also going to overtake Bren here. I don't know, Bren doesn't seem to be having it, but no, but so Tanker went with the super softs as Stewart decides to pit. A few people, unfortunately there's a bit of miscommunication there. Oh, he's stranded there. Stranded, that has got to be a... but he goes onto the super softs. Yeah, I don't know how long those super softs last. There's now Bren pits also for the super softs. Yeah, we look at this. Yeah, like he pits onto the super softs. This F2 pit crew working very hard to get this car on the track. As Billy also is on the super softs. That's 30-second time penalties galore through the track here. Anyone still on wet tyres? The last one, Tony, our leader, to pit. 23 seconds. Can Xavier? No, definitely not. No. Yes, Xavier with the rain and virtual safety car. Tony here should come out free, right? Luckily, he doesn't cross the yellow line on pit exit, but it does leave Xavier very close. His ticket gets a time penalty, and Xavier is now close to 7-second gap to a 1.5 second gap, as Billy gets a time penalty as well. These time penalties really changing the race. Yes, as we see Stuart Fox gets a 30-second time penalty, but I think softs are the better option here. I don't know why we would go with super softs when there's still a lot left. That's drifting into the pit lane here is Stuart the Fox, and he goes for the super softs as well. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe the super softs can do this many, as Tanker goes too fast into the thingy chicane, and Billy and Brent's both DNF'd. Where's that? We need to know. Who's coming here? Tony. We're going to see the first DNF here of Bren as he's DNF'd, and then another DNF here. No, we don't. It's cleared for the DNF of Bren there, unfortunately. Let me see. Just spun and lost the rear and gone into the wall. No safety car as Skipsy almost loses it. As Skipsy from near the back of the grid here, now making his way up to third. Brilliant race here now for him. He's on for this podium. So the closest people on track are Xavier, who decides to launch into the pit lane for the super softs. As Boss passes him, setting a new fastest lap of a 125.8. So Tanking also comes into pit lane for these softs. That's what I mean. I think the softs were the faster option, but I don't think he's pitting because he wants the softs. I think he's pitting because he wants a new wing. As 10 people now left into this Monaco session. I was watching where Wesley sits a new fastest. Yellow flag 6 to 3. That's a very slow moving. No, it's a DNF'd right on the racing track. There is Stuart. Very unfortunate. I was just watching Stuart. I don't get to see him. Hopefully no one hits him. Yeah, he's already been cleared. I think safety car must be off because that's directly in the middle of the track. and it was cleared very fast. So I don't think safety cars on, or it must only be virtual safety car, like reduced maybe. And here, a battle, finally in this Monaco race. DTR Brent versus Ticked here, both on the soft compound of tyres, both only have a 3-second time penalty here. And talking about battle, we have a third participant joining us. It was in Xavier now. Down into Sandravot, very close, almost on the gearbox with Brent here. Xavier's following up, very close. Stuart loses session. 9 races left here participating as they go into Fazenet. And here into the Ticket's just taking the casino corner a bit too fast. Xavier does not go down the inside. Here they are, Marlebo, La Source hairpin here. Here you go, Laportier part 1 and then Laportier part 2 here. The final corner is then going into the tunnel. As now it's Xavier. No, now Ticker needs to defend his place from Xavier. Perfectly breaking these guys. But Xavier is on the super softs. So, just a matter, can he catch Ticket? No. Going to this is the second part of this windpush chicane. Going over the bump, just tapping the wall. Down in the inside on Raskas does not. Get the Anthony Noggins final corner. Definitely didn't search that. That's where it's called. And for lap, no position changes, and the closest people are still Ticked, Xavier, and Brent there. And I have a feeling Xavier's going to go down the inside here. It's a random feeling. Think he's going to try it? Nope. Safe. All these drivers are very, 90% of the time, very smart, very collected, cool drivers. Don't make in too many big moves. Not too many, like too many dive bombs, you know, like the corners that you know that it's like you're kind of forcing your way in there. You kind of, that's a 3-second time penalty for Xavier. It didn't look like it. It is. The corners where you're kind of just throwing yourself into the corner without thinking, trying to get the position. I only ever see that sometimes here in Monaco. But it's been a fantastic couple races. Yeah, these three in Monaco, these Division 1 drivers, super speedy in these cars. And what I do think, surprisingly, we only had one DNF on lap 4, which was Benny Buno, and that was in the wet, and the other 4 DNFs have come but in the transition period from wet to soft, which I find surprising. Wesley setting a new fastest lap of a 120.5, which I think of is 19.5 seconds. Running outside of the source, doesn't get space. Xavier really pushing here to get past Ticked. I think he will. I would love to see them move into the new chicane. I don't think my wish is going to be granted. Nice and safe from Xavier, not wanting to get another time penalty. As he's on 9 seconds, but Wesley behind has 6 seconds. Oh, as he hits the inside and loses a bit of carbon there. Very unfortunate. These drivers are doing so well not to hit these walls. Obviously they do hit the wall from side to side, and they're doing a great job of persevering even with the damage around Monaco, which must affect you severely. But I think Ticked probably wanting to get in front of Brent soon after he's cleared the threat of Xavier behind him. Here we have 7 laps to go at Monaco. I do want to see. So Xavier doesn't have both end plates. Both end plates aren't there for Xavier. And a sector 3. Can we see that? Matanka has gone into Raskas wall. Very unfortunate there. Decides to pit last moment. So this will be going on to, I don't know what tyres he has left. The super softs and a new wing for him. As Enza, unfortunately for him, started P3, I'm pretty sure here. Or was that last race? No, yeah, he started. He did start P3. Oh, I'm just big. Yeah, he did start P3, unfortunately. Excuse me. He started P3 and he has dropped to P8. This is unfortunate. Obviously, still getting points for his Shitaro's racing. I really don't know the names of these F2 cars. The teams. But doing a great job perseverance. The tank is behind him after the pit stop. Actually quite far behind him, 49 seconds. But he's doing a cool collective calm drive here. He's not, I haven't seen him, it's a lie, I was going to say I haven't seen him hit a wall. But like, out of 99% of the corners he's really relaxed. Never putting on too much throttle. And obviously, speed demon of Wesley here. Unfortunately though, the wet Monaco race, that wasn't his race after a few damages. .14 seconds behind Xavier, who's still in the fight with Ticket and Brent for that P4 spot. They're all amazing drivers here. Obviously, I think it depends on the track really who's the fastest, because I've seen a lot of fastest drivers, because there's Brent, Wesley, Tickard, Skipsy, Tony, they're all fast. Xavier, Boss, and even the DNF ones like Bren and Billy and Stuart, they're all super fast in these F2 cars. And even Killer on his day and Benny Bruno, they all have the chance of getting a podium here this F2 season, 100%. As Xavier dives into the pits for not the Aston Martin safety car. Doesn't change anything. As Wesley inherits P6 off that pit stop, and I think so will Enza. Yep. As for Tanker gets a 3-second time penalty, but I don't think it's going to matter to him too much, as he has been waved the blue flag to let Boss past. With a 1 minute and 12, almost 13 seconds to the cars in front, as underbraking almost going into the back of Boss. Very fast driver, unfortunately he's just got a bit unlucky today with a wet race. And in Monaco I could not even tell how it has rained only around 15 minutes ago. We were chucking it down, but now it's fine. And here Ticket's still on the end of Brent, really pushing here, as he did win the previous race. Unfortunately lost it going into last corner. Brent leaves the session. And here Brent winning the first race, I'm pretty sure, and then also winning 2 Bahrain races. And then also I think he did win 1 race in Imola, so he's definitely I was going to say definitely the fastest driver, but I don't want to be hated. Definitely a contender for this F2 championship. He's very consistent, very fast, you know, all round good. I was going to say, back to Xavier, I was just saying his overtaking ability, well, I've seen from him is excellent around Monaco. Very good. Well, I mean, everyone has. I've seen a lot of good moves. So Wesley, personally, the overtaking award does go to Wesley here, as he's made 2 moves into the Nouvelle chicane, both times working excellently for him, which is obviously we're going to see a lot of reports here, but definitely favourite overtake goes to the one in the Nouvelle chicane. The many that he does. And then on to Boss with an 18-second gap to the car in front. And for Tanker, who is, yeah, I've already said that, been waved the blue flag. There's only 3 laps left in this race. 2-second gap now to Brent. It's on ticket, so I think that's the end of the overtakes for just seeing out the race now. So yeah. Obviously Boss, very fast driver, saw him on the start, had a really good start. He's obviously lost 1 place from starting the second. Actually no, he didn't have the best start, I remember now. I thought he did, he didn't, Skipsy did overtake him I think into the first corner. Or someone did. It's a bit unfortunate. Obviously he had a great race in Bahrain actually, he's really pushing it with his teammate. And Skipsy always seems to be on pole for a certain reason, he's always starting at the front of the grid. Always see him up here. Very fast driver, he was very fast around Imola, he was definitely the fastest driver around Imola. Always starting near pole, being very close. I've just ended up giving everyone a quick brief overview. To Tony, who came 3rd last race. Then the race before that I think he came, again another podium spot I think. No he didn't actually. I think he won that one, I don't know, I think he did win. He did win the first one. My memory's not too good. Obviously. But yeah, very fast driver on Monaco here. Excellent. I mean to be fair, Skips has closed that gap down to, it was 4 seconds and now it is see, I told you, there are people on the super softs here are really dropping compared to the speed of Skipsy. Skipsy is absolutely, yeah, Tony might as well be racing on no wheels at this point. Skipsy softs are in a so much better condition going on to the penultimate lap of this race. Yeah, they're in so much better condition. He's closed a 4-second gap in 2 laps to 1.2 seconds here coming up to Beau Rivage here. Going into obviously I've said it before, Mirenay Casino. Now it's within a second. Will this win be still stolen away by Skipsy here at the last moment here? What can Tony do? Oh, it will not be stolen away, I've just realised. Obviously he does have the time penalties, doesn't he? 3 seconds. So it's a bit unfortunate. But still hopefully I think he's going to want to finish in front of him on track. We could stay behind. But I would love to see if he can make this overtake into, I don't know, Raskas and somehow pull out 3 seconds. In the last lap, that would be amazing to watch. There's been a yellow flag in sectors 1 as Ticket is now very close on the back of Wesley now. I think Wesley got in front of Smetanka's in an AI. So it might be what it is. But who should I be watching? These guys. I'm trying to watch everyone. Oh, he can't go any heroics into Sandoval. But he's so fast out of Sandoval. He can't go side by side up to Beau Rivage. 3-second time penalty for taking for corner cutting. He's going to go down the inside here. Oh, he's just hit the wall. Oh, it's so unfortunate, but I think he's still going to try. I don't think that's any damage for him. I think he's still going to try. And these drivers behind Brent, very close on Boss. What's happened to this time? It's been decreased. So the people on the soft tyre. Is Brent going into Sandoval? Obviously they're starting their 21st lap. And these guys are just going onto it. That was, Brent does make the pass as Boss goes into the wall, late break into Sandoval. As now Skipsy makes the move onto Brent out of the source. But no, wait, Skipsy's trying going between Tony. Wait, no, never mind. As he does into Nouvelle Chicane, my favourite spot as always. 5-second time penalty for Tony for corner cutting. And now Skipsy's in a grand old position to win the race after that. What are the time penalties? We need to know. 30 seconds and 5 seconds. He has the ability to win this race now. He will win this race here. Skipsy, if he doesn't spin there, final corner. All he has to, and he's going to win the race. As he crosses the line, first, Skipsy with the time, Tony having a 5-second time penalty after cutting the Nouvelle chicane, and Skipsy gets the win. That was great. He did a great job to catch up to him there. Absolutely great job. And Bottas, unfortunately, no. I did see as he crashed. Oh, and these super softs don't like it. Oh no, that's so unfortunate for him. These super softs are. Oh, it's because he's got a puncture. That's how bad they are. That's how dead the super softs are. He's got a puncture. Can he get to the end of the? Well, I don't think he can. They're in AI mode. Xavier's already finished the race. He can't. Boss taking his. Oh, so unfortunate for Boss. He was on for a great finish as well. He was on for a P3, and then battling with Brent, he must have picked up that puncture. That's so unfortunate. We might as well give him some broadcast for you to see this puncture. The rear. It's the first puncture I've seen as he spins. Doesn't want to DNF. Does want to get these points. As he slowly gets his way to the final. Then he spins into the back, into the Raskas wall, trying with no front wing just to cross this finish line now to get these points. So on Monaco, I think he on the super softs comes home to finish 7th place. I think that's 7th place with all the penalties. So yes, driver of the day, Skipsy. He definitely should have driver of the day after that last time overtake into the Nouvelle chicane, and Tony just couldn't stay with him, and unfortunately he gets a 5-second time penalty for corner cutting, which is just unfortunate. I think he maybe, to stop that happening, he should have just gave the place to Skipsy and just followed behind for that 3 seconds, but instead he decides to maybe feel like he was pushed off by Skipsy. And that's there they are, the final 3. So that's Brent, Tony P2, and the first race win for Skipsy in the Dams, starting from position 10 in this wet Monaco race to finish P1. So the first sprint race was won by Skipsy. Actually, I was lying. I don't know how I didn't see. Skipsy wins the first race, Tickard wins the second race, and Skipsy wins the final feature race there, with Tony getting 2 podiums and Brent also getting 2 podiums there. Oh, it was great racing from the Division 1 lads here in F2. So we'll be back racing in, I think it is Britain, on the next race. No, we're racing in Azerbaijan, another street circuit here in the F2 race. Azerbaijan for round 3. And that will be next Monday, same time. I'll probably be commentating it again. So yeah, great racing from everyone. Congratulations to the winners. And yeah, goodbye. Thank you for watching. That's been DTR F2